Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be doing the game review of the North Melbourne versus Port Adelaide game, in which Port Adelaide ran over the top of North Melbourne, winning in the end by 70 points. So before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see here, Goldstein 128, don't really look much into it. I think like he's just turning up when they've still got Sherry to come back, Coleman Jones as well. I think Coleman's out for a long while though. His season might be over, or most of it might be over, so he's not going to be fantasy relevant. So Goldstein's just going to be in there for a little while. I wouldn't jump on him at all. Then you have, especially because you have all those round 15 guys and you don't want more cash and up in that round 15 spot, especially if you have English, as that's to both ruckman in round 15. Then you have Zeeble here, huge second quarter just to get to that, to get up to the 104. Yeah, he's been amazing since I brought him in. I mean, when did I bring him in? You can probably see some. Do I have any trades in this? Probably not at the moment. That might actually take it back to the regular team. If I go back here, when did I bring him in? I want to say round 5 I brought him in. Is that when I brought him in? Yeah, round 5. And since then, he's gone 87, 99, 88. I'll make this bigger. Again, I always do this. 87, 99, 88, 168, 104. That's been absolutely huge from him, and glad to have him in my team, and no injury concerns at the moment for him. LDU injury concern on 95. I forgot what it was, but it was certainly an injury. McDonald 85, Simpkin 82, and then Sheasel 81 just continues on a little bit slow start. Not many kicks and marks. So if I go back to the round 9, yeah, 81 in the end for Sheasel. And if we look here, who have they got up next? They have got the Swans at Marvel, and I don't expect him to get tagged. I think they'll tag Zeeble, to be honest, but he could get a tag and that could be a little bit iffy. But then he has Collingwood, which they will play a slow game and he'll dump and he'll get a load of touches in that. Then they play Essendon, and that's at Marvel as well, so I expect him to do well then. Then they play GWS at Blunston, and that'll be slow as well, I think. And then they play Western Bulldogs at Marvel before the bye. So we'll just monitor him at the moment. I wouldn't be too worried if he gets the Clark tag and drops a low score, because you've got so much of the comp in with him. I mean, you've got, let's just check his ownership at 68%. I wouldn't be too worried if he cops one tag, as he's only going to cop 1 or 2 tags a year, because there's only 1 or 2 forward tagging teams in the comp. And you've also got to be fearful of Zeeble as well. But also you could see with the Swans, they might experiment this week, given that it is North, and it looks like their season is pretty much over at the moment. They might experiment, bring in Constantine over Clark, and not even bother tagging North. That could be a thing that they do, especially because it's Zeeble and Sheasel, and it's not Hall. I think Hall's a little bit more damaging than those two. Then you've got Scott, Greenwood, no one else here really to look at. And then you've got Drury, 25, just really slow from him and not the best, but gained a little bit of cash, I'm guessing. Did he? He gained 14k, and do these have updated break-evens yet? No, they do not. They don't have updated break-evens, but I kind of expect his break-even to probably be around that 9 or 10, or probably 11 or 12. It'll be, and that's just a 50 away from being huge, and I'm just expecting him to be a slow burner throughout the buys and everything, and get him up towards that 500k. Well, not, why am I saying 500k? He'll get towards that, 300k, 320k, and then just trade him out, sort of like we have with Cowan. I think is a very similar timeline with him. Don't get how I got 500k. I think I was thinking more about thoughts about like Parnell and Shinkoda and Holland and Aitken. They're all around that 500k region, and they're all certain break-evens that I need to assess before getting out, because the big problems with my team are Warple and the two these 3 guys here, as Ashcroft will probably jump ahead of Ashcroft will probably jump ahead of Warple at the moment, and I need to get a stronger midfield at the moment because my defense and forward line are actually really good. I mean, I'm really happy with these 4 defenders. They're probably top 6 at the moment, all 4 of them. And then you've got Will Powell, who was a value pick, and you've got Aitken as well here, who was another value pick. So you've got 2 value picks there. And then you've got a lot of a really strong forward line as well. Like 780k is my lowest in my forward line. Obviously, the 2 big rucks. And then it's just fixing this this midfield, to be honest with you, as I need some consistent scorers, especially with Green dropping his first bad score of the year. So we move basically on to, there's nothing else. And I do think now, looking at this, Tucker subbed out with, I believe, an injury. Perez injured, Mahoney injured, LDU injured. We might see an even better role for Drury, and we might also see Wardlaw debut. And so that's one to monitor in the next couple of weeks. And we might also see, I mean, if we just look here and go to all clubs, we go to North Melbourne, we go to 200k guys. Bonner, Wardlaw's back in the VFL, so he should be fine. Spicer, I mean, he played and he put up a 23, so his break even will be probably 26, 27, I'm guessing. I mean, how much time did he play? He ended up playing 58% and only put up a 23. We might see, I think we'll see Hadani, Harvey next week, and then we'll probably see one of Edwards or Free debut, I think. But on to Port and Butters again. Oh man, this is going to turn out to be an annoying no pick, isn't it? Because he's gone and averaged like 103 since I said he wasn't good enough. I mean, I said he wasn't good enough because he wasn't getting the marks and the tackles that we needed from him to be a good pick. And he's gone and pretty much done that since. I mean, where is he? 89 average, and yeah, he's gone and done 11, 11, 7 here. So I called him out here because he got 7, and then he's gone out and gone 11 and 11, and also kept up his disposals. And I mean, I think Rosie's copying a tag the last couple of weeks, but he hasn't been good enough. And they play, who do they play? They play Melbourne, they won't tag. Richmond, and then they play Hawks. So maybe it's Butters this week, but I don't think it is with all the premiums that I have, unless I was to just swap out Rosie and Butters and then move to Hollands up to someone big. But I don't think that's the right play. I think it is using a bench player to get him up. So that's just annoying. Bergman wouldn't look much into it. Wines, not yet, especially because he just had 1 good quarter and wouldn't look much into that as well. Finlayson, Houston, Rosie down here. 1 good quarter for Rosie, and then 2 stinkers of quarters. I mean, 3 in total. And yeah, just didn't get going. Drew, Horn-Francis had a good start, I'm pretty sure. No, he didn't actually. He had 2 points and then good second quarter. Good actually finish from Horn-Francis to get up to 74. Pal Pepper. Evans, I wouldn't look much into him as well because he just had a big last quarter and he's going to have a bad break even. Williams could be one I look at. I mean, it could be interesting if I just go absolute value and go Williams and Parnell for the likes of Wilmot and also someone else, and Shinkoda if his break-even is bad, and just try and play a break-even game of trying to get a lot more value out of mid-prices who can strike big. But that's a very dangerous game if I do try and do it. Bonner, McKenzie, Jonas, Boak again, dropping another low score. He's just dropping in price dramatically. Tickle, Burton, Lord, Farrell, Alir, and then Marshall got subbed out very, very early, like ridiculously early. And that's really it. There isn't much to pour other than Butters and Rosie at the moment. But we'll look into them and look into the best, picks. And so that's the review there, and not many people to look at really in this review. You've got Zeeble, LDU injury concerns, Sheasel obviously continuing on. Simpkin, I guess, a little bit down, and then Drury didn't have the best game. And then for Port, you had Butters, Rosie, and Williams really are the only guys I'd be looking at and monitoring or picking them up. So that's the video there, and I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.